round. Lots, I'll start with you as the resident GM around these parts. What is the philosophy for your mid-round picks? When you're picking in that kind of window, are you looking for best available or best available that fits your needs?
Well, you're always looking for best available. That's what most of the GMs will tell you, is just get me the best player, the best asset, and I'll figure out what to do with it down the road. But the fact of the matter is, as you talk to a lot of scouts, they're thinking about guys that are definitely going to play. And sometimes you'll see people lean to being just a little bit safer, a player that you know is going to play in the league, but maybe doesn't have as high a ceiling as some of the other guys that are available in this particular range. This is where the rubber really hits the road for me, because as you saw by some of those tremendous names on there, you can really hit a home run in this space.
I think it's really about your second best asset, and what is that going to be? So if I'm looking at a goal scorer and he's going to score goals, that's great. But what's the fallback position if that player who scored well in junior or in college or previous to him coming in the NHL, if he doesn't score goals, what is he going to bring to the table? What other asset can he bring to the table? So I look at a guy like Robert Thomas as a perfect example of that. Here's a guy who was good on faceoffs. He's responsible in his own end. Yes, he put up a ton of points in junior, and you somewhat expected that going to the National Hockey League. But if that weren't going to be the case for this player, he was going to be able to give you minutes on the PK. He was going to be able to win you important draws. He was going to be able to play in the last minute of a period. He was going to be able to protect the lead, or he might be a guy, as we saw, who might be able to go out there and get you the lead. So that's what you're thinking about, is that second best asset and your fallback position if your first thing that you like about that player doesn't work out.
JC, I think, to answer your question, I think best available could be in that range that we're talking about now, best available, and you could fill a need. Because you look at, for instance, the New Jersey Devils, what they were able to do last year in the draft at number 17, taking a Ty Smith from Spokane in the Western Hockey League. Ty Smith was just on the cut of making the Devils last year after being drafted by the Devils, and they needed a defenseman. They needed a mobile puck mover there. Unexpectedly, he did so well in training camp. He almost made the team. This year, goes back to his team in Spokane. He's able to win WHL Defenseman of the Year, score 69 points, his third year in the dub. And this year, it looks like he'll be on that team this year. I don't think there's any question that Ty Smith, from where he was last year when he was drafted to now, he looks like a player that's already pro potential. So you can get some quality players in this section of the draft.
All right, so who's going to be this year's Matthew Barzal, Charlie McAvoy? Who's going to be that stud in the middle of the first round?